This is the Beekeeper from Tubesteader. It's hand built in Canada and it's based on the Overdrive special from Dumble. That's right, the Amplifier. It's a Dumble in a box. So if you like your Robben Ford tones or John Mayer tones, you're probably going to get a kick out of this. Not that I can play like any of those guys, but we're going to see how it sounds. Welcome back, guys. This is Shane. Today we're checking out the Beekeeper from Tubesteader. This is hand built in Canada. It's an absolute monster. Let's take a look. Here's the pedal up close. Now this is a 2-in-1 pedal. It's a clean boost and also an overdrive pedal. You can switch modes just by using this button right here. If you want to turn the pedal on and off, you use the bypass button over there. Now we get an overdrive amount, so the further up you turn it this way, the more overdrive you're going to get in your signal. The master is the master output overall of the pedal. So the further up you have it, the more you can sort of push a valve amp in clean boost mode or just set the volume accordingly to how loud you want to be. Now we also get an overdrive volume and a clean volume. So in overdrive mode, you can set up the clean volume to bring in more note definition and attack just by turning this one up. And this is what's really cool about it. You can get a really great blend between them both. I'm going to show you how that sounds in the video. We also get two toggle switches. We get a mids boost over here and also a boost switch, which is more like a bypass switch in a way. Bypass is part of the actual EQ stack, and it also allows you to get a little bit more gain, and I'll show you that in the video. As you can see, we get two 12 AX7 tubes at the top there, and this came with its own power supply, which was a 12 volt 600 milliamp power supply, and these actually light up. And over time too, just by playing this, the pedal warms up considerably also. So there's a number of different ways you can run this pedal. The way that was recommended to me was just going into the front end of a big clean channel amplifier. So we're going to go into my Fender Blues Deluxe today. You can also though run it through the effects loop of the amplifier and bypass the EQ stack. If that's something that interests you and you want to hear that, let me know in the comments and I'll do a follow-up video. A massive thanks to the guys from Tubesteader for sending this out. I really appreciate it. If you want to find out more about it, links will be in the description below. In this video, we'll try it with some different guitars and a few different situations that you might want to use it for, both in clean boost mode and also in overdrive mode. So let's get into it. All right, let's kick it off. Today I'm going to start on my ES335 from Coil. This is a Japanese-made electric guitar. We're going into my Fender Blues Deluxe Reissue amplifier. It's loaded with an Eminent Swamp Thing, and I've got it mic'd up with an E906 from Sennheiser and also an SM57. This is neck pickup on clean. Here we go. Alright, so that's my clean tone. We're going to start on the drive channel of the pedal, which is when that red light is on. If we click it, we go over to the clean boost side, but we're going to start on the overdrive side of the pedal. And now with the pedal actually on, use this control here, and we kick it on. Now, as you can see in the center, all the main controls are set to about 12 o'clock, except for the master volume, which I've got up a little bit beyond 12 o'clock, about 1 o'clock, just so you can hear a huge difference in the sound. The overdrive level is at 12 o'clock, which is how much gain you've got. And the volume of the drive channel is here. We also have a master volume for the overall output, and this is the clean blend volume. The clean blend volume does really great things to this pedal, and I'll show you that in the video as well. But let's give this a shot to start with. Beautiful sound. Over to bridge. Now you can mix up the pedal's sound to no end as well, using each of the three controls I just showed you before. But let's just turn up the overdrive a little bit more. Ooh, it's got that big fat overtone. Woo, man, it already sounds cool. Let's bring that down for more of a cleaner sound. Let's actually crank it most of the way up now, and we'll take a listen to this. And now with the gain cranked, let's give this a shot. I'm going to start with my volume control down. It's dynamic as a little bit more. So it has plenty of gain. It can absolutely rock out if you need it to. But for my money and what I like the gain control set at about 1 o'clock. I think that's pretty much its sweet spot, with the clean volume set to about 12 o'clock. You can also bring up the volume of the dirt as well just by doing this. So let's have a listen now. Now I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with this guitar. As beautiful as it is, getting that chimey sort of top-end bite is next to impossible on a 335 sometimes, and this is doing it no problems at all. Even on the neck pickup, it sounds nice and bright. Woo. Let's try it now with my made in Mexico Stratocaster. This is all stock, and what I've done, I've put everything back to 12 o'clock except for the master output volume. And I've also added a little bit of bass and mids, but we're going to start on the volume control down to begin with. Here we go, this is neck pickup. man, that's dynamic like nobody's business. Turn down, it cleans up beautifully. Now it's quite bright on that bridge pickup, so if you wanted to, you can bring the treble down just that little bit more. Let's give this a shot. Over to my Fender Telecaster, we're going to take a look at the mid switch as well as the boost switch on the front of the pedal. Let's give this a shot, starting on the neck pickup. Mid switch in the down position. It's pretty subtle. Not sure I can really hear a difference. Just feels a little bit different to play, but I'm not hearing that huge of a difference between that toggle switch up or down. Let's take a look at the boost control, and this is an interesting control because it's not necessarily boosting your volume, which is what you'd think. It's actually bypassing part of the EQ stack and adding a little bit more gain. But I'm hearing it as it adds a little bit more treble to the actual sound. So let's give this a shot with some simple chords. So definitely it's brighter, and it also has just a little bit more gain as well. Let's try some single note stuff. Now for the Telecaster in particular, I think having the toggle switch in the up position on the boost is definitely a winner. You don't need any more tops with a guitar like this, or top end. So yeah, there you go. That's both of those controls. I think they sound pretty cool. I've just set the pedal up for more of a clean boost. As you can see, the light over here is now yellow or orange or whatever. So if we hit it again, it'll go back into drive mode. So it is a true 2-in-1 pedal. And in clean boost mode, it doesn't matter where you have this control. So I've just turned it all the way down so it doesn't get too confusing. And I've also got the clean volume and also the master up. This is with the pedal currently off, and I'll show you the difference. It's pretty cool. And clean boost on. This pedal brings this guitar alive. I don't know if I've ever felt this way playing this guitar in the last sort of 10 years or however long I've had it. This combination is extremely good. So that's the clean boost sound, but if you want more gain, you can simply click it back over to the lead channel and you've got all the lead tones you could want. This thing rocks. Thanks for watching, folks. My name's Shane. So what do I think of the tones of this pedal overall? So I think they were really inspiring, especially with the ES335. I don't know if I've ever had that guitar sounding better than with this and that Fender amp. It just really worked well. The combination was great. Now, being that they were going for that Overdrive special Dumble sound, very reminiscent of that Robben Ford thing. If you're a blues player or you like to play a bit of fusion or that funk stuff, this would be a really great pedal for that. It does get a little bit too gainy with the drive up, but if you keep the overdrive down from about 1 o'clock backwards, it sounds beautiful. And that was kind of the recommendation with this pedal. Don't push the gain too far. There's nothing to stop you from doing that, of course, but I think it sounds best with the gain from 1 o'clock sort of down on this second gain control. Now the valves actually light up as well. You can see them from the top. They are lit. It comes with its own power supply, so I think that's really cool. But I have noticed even minutes, maybe 10 minutes after shooting the final part of the video, that this is actually quite hot. So yeah, just keep that in mind. It doesn't get too hot to touch or anything like that, but it does heat up quite a lot more than, well, yeah, any other pedal I've got in my collection, at least right now. In terms of these two toggle switches, I couldn't hear a huge difference with the mid one, but in terms of the actual boost control, I could definitely hear a difference there. It just depends on what you like to get dialing your particular type of sound, but build quality wise and all that, this is an absolute monster of a pedal. If you're a big fan of John Mayer as well, and you want to get that kind of strat tone of old, maybe not necessarily his newer tone with that PRS stuff, but in terms of that Dumble tone, and you can play those parts, this would be a really good option as well. I've never played a Dumble, so I can't sort of give you an audio comparison, but yeah, just listen to some recordings. I fired up some Robben Ford before I did this video. I was playing around with some of the live clips, just trying to nail in some of those tones, and it's a really steely, glassy 3-5 tone that I absolutely love. So yeah, what a tone. This thing is probably the best combination for a 3-5 I've ever played, and I loved it with the Strat as well. It sounded fine with the Tele, but I really liked what it was doing with the Strat also. But let me know what you think of this in the comments. It's built like an absolute tank, hand built in Canada, and a massive thanks to the guys from Tubesteader for sending this out. I really appreciate it. Links will be below. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you soon. See ya.